Ladies and gentlemen, you wonderful XRP holders, the SEC case is over and they just let loose a huge wave of accusations against you. You know me, I have to report this news. We talked about it on my live. Thanks to everyone who watched the live show. I'm also going to tell you some other really cool news and what I think will happen based on what we know so far. We want you to listen all the way to the end, even if you already know this news. There's a lot more to come. And major price estimates now say that each coin will be worth more than $10. I want to say something about this because it's the first thing that had to happen for the price to start going up to $10 before the end of the year. Okay, this is really big. The case with the SEC is over. In case you missed it, this is the official message. The joint stipulation of dismissal simply says that the SEC and the Ripple team have agreed to throw this case out, shred it, and forget about it. It's all history now. Having said that, Donald Trump is also doing some very important things right now. He went live on Fox News and many other news outlets today to make a big economic statement. He talked about how really well the wealth of the middle class, the lower income class, and the higher income class is growing much faster than what you saw under Biden. He also says that inflation numbers, even when taxes are taken into account, are much lower than expected. The numbers don't lie. There needs to be a rate cut for job numbers. Also, England just lowered their rates by 25 basis points from 4.25% to 4%. Rates were not going down in any other country besides the US and the UK. We're only talking about the United States of America now when we talk about the world's biggest countries. It's real now. Rates have been cut a lot in Europe. Rates have gone down in the UK. Rates have gone down in Canada. Yes, rates have been cut in China, Korea, Australia, and many other places. The last piece of this puzzle is the United States of America. And from what I can tell, things are moving in the direction of rate cuts for the United States in September. Also, this just backs up what I was saying before. Keeping all of that in mind, we also have crypto leader. In case you missed it, David Sachs said that the new executive order that President Trump signed today into law for the 401k to have access to cryptocurrency will let 90 million Americans use cryptocurrency through their 401k. That's yet another big change. I had to do some maths, and tens of billions of dollars will be invested in XRP and other cryptocurrencies, even if only 10% of people with 401ks do so. People in the US put hundreds of billions of dollars into their 401k every single year. A small group of 10% of them could start using Bitcoin, which could bring in tens of billions of dollars or even hundreds of billions of dollars in cash. That's more good news, and it's only one more piece of the puzzle. This won't be the only big driver, but it's another part of it. There are also now big banks that can directly sell Bitcoin ETFs to their clients. For that reason alone, it could also bring in hundreds of billions of dollars. That's when you put all of these things on top of each other, right? Possible Fed rate cuts, the end of the SEC case, the 401k plan, and wealth managers trying to get clients. Those things are stacked on top of each other. That's when you start to talk about trillions of dollars in possible cash coming in, right? The rate cuts might be worth a huge amount of money on their own. That's why I want to make it very clear. Most likely, that is the single biggest impactor. On top of all those other things, as I already told you, there are also ETFs. A lot of good things are going to happen before the end of the year. From my point of view, ETFs will be here in September. From what I can tell, rate cuts will happen in September. And just those things cost trillions of dollars. That's crazy, guys. The numbers don't lie. Trillions of dollars are coming in. The supply of M2 is rising. And more people are looking for riskier assets like XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Lots of people are coming in. At the same time, President Trump is making an official order to stop banks from discriminating against cryptocurrencies based on religion or politics. That's a lot. Because of this bill, banks can't shut you down just because you're investing in Bitcoin. That was really bad in the United States. This will also make sure that banks in the US don't abuse their power. I have to say that this really impresses me. So this picture is what you need to look at. At $3.30 a coin, XRP is about to reach a new high. It's really crazy. We'll keep running if we test this level and break it. For this reason, of course, setting a price goal of $10 per XRP is a realistic goal. I also want to say that the technical signs strongly back this up. There is a stochastic RSI that shows that we are just beginning to move up after being oversold. We also got a huge 10% single day candle, and today is just beginning. Because of the SEC news, this day has only just begun. Of course, we'll light a new candle in an hour. We are going to check if this trend can keep going. I do believe it's possible that we will try the $3.66 high we just hit and possibly set a new all-time high above $3.80 or the high from 2017. So if you have XRP, right now is one of the best times to have it. You really can't say otherwise. And if I quickly show you this picture one more time, you'll see that I have a number of buys here. I bought this here, and I bought this here, I bought this here, I bought this here. I also had a stop loss set on that green candle because that was a stop loss I had set. This meant that we made, I think, 25% more money. That's really amazing. You would have done just as well if you had opened at any other time on this day. And guys, I told everyone about these deals on my Discord and Telegram. The two of these are completely free for you to use. So I'd like to invite all of you great people who watch my shows to join my Discord. Again, it's free for you all to join. You can get to everything. Here you can see all of my trades and all of the money I've won for my community. I mean, 48% has some really big wins. That is people getting 100% in a single deal. I made 100% on one trade, which adds up. You can see all the wins. We do shorts, longs, and everything in between. We kill it really well. Okay, I mean, I just have to say that now is a great time to own XRP. For all of you wonderful people, BTCC has a great gift going on right now. You'll get huge savings on your trading fees if you use my link to make a deposit. You'll also get a huge deposit bonus of 10% up to $10,000 to cover your trading fees. This time is not being offered by anyone else, and it's crazy. You can sign up for BTCC, use that deposit, and then send your information right here.